My wife Beverly and I have been doing Life at First Baptist since Easter of 2000. I was fortunate to grow up in a family and in a church family where being involved in helping and ministering to others was always a part of what we did. It was never really a decision, it was just our way of doing things. And from that, I also learned a lot about the joy of ministry, and it was fun to be involved in activities with God's people as we went about trying to help the needs of other people. I became involved in serving in an urban setting when Pastor Frank asked me to get involved with Room in the Inn. It just seemed like the kind of thing we ought to be doing here. We're right in the middle of our downtown community. We've got people that are paying $1,000 a night for a place to stay, and we've got people who have no place to stay. And it's just really exciting to be in an environment where you get to work on both of those needs through a ministry. In serving through Room in the Inn, there are a lot of needs that have to be met. There are food needs, there are overnight hosting needs, there's material needs, clothing needs. So what I always like to tell people with Room in the Inn is just come down and see it, first off. And I think there are ways you can begin your service in an effective way, and then from that, find out what the more particular, more deeper way you can be involved would evolve into. I think the groups I've been most impressed with were groups that literally started with a tour of the ministry, which we can arrange, and then got involved maybe setting up or facilitating provision of some of these material needs we talked about. And then from that, get into a deeper interaction with the guest and grow into a deeper service level with the ministry. I think serving is where you actually get your peace, because we all have things we need and we all need each other. Yes, sometimes service is difficult, sometimes it's a challenge, sometimes you've got to weigh out what the best way to serve is, but I think as you do that, it keeps you focused, and I just think the most joyous thing you can do is to have a time of service with a group of your fellow church members who are actively involved in the same ministry, and before you know it, it's probably you're going to be having a good time and doing something you know is right and pleasing to God.